GTA 4, we're doing the pigeon location, the flying rats, 1 through 40, double A gamer for life, 200 pigeons, good God. Alright, so I'm the kind of gamer that likes to get all this collectible shit done as soon as possible, as early as I can in the game. Okay, I think exception of 2 pigeons, I'm going to be able to get in the Bohan and Broker area until the other island is unlocked. In which case, we're going to need the sniper rifle for one, and then the other is on the center bridge that goes out to Algonquin that you can't get to till that island is opened up. Alright, so at the top part of Bohan is where we're starting this off, and on this concrete barrier, whatever you want to call it, is our first pigeon. They say you're a diseased rat and you must die. Nothing but feathers. Okay, I mean 200. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm at the very beginning of the game. I'm sporting a NGR 900, which I found down at the airport. I used this for a good part of the unique jumps. So I think there was, I want to say 16 or 17 unique jumps. I got those done. And then I went off to collect these pigeons. So, like I said, we're at the top part of Bohan. And just the motorcycle, it's just easy to get around. I'd say a good 50% of all the pigeons is going to create a wanted level. So as soon as you shoot one, you have to kind of get out of dodge and lose the 1-star wanted level if you don't shoot anything else along the way. Okay. This little park area down along the walkway. Okay, this pigeon will create a wanted level, and that's why I always got the bike close and a quick getaway. Okay, so our next pigeon, flying rat. Okay, for the most part, I try to zoom in and out of the map before I shoot the pigeon, but sometimes I'll forget and I'll have to zoom in after I shoot it. But our next pigeon's up here along the expressway. You can't really get an angle on it from the road, so you have to walk along this wall here. The half trigger block thing, it can work. Yeah, there's no question the manual sight and the auto lock is something you need to get used to in Grand Theft 4. All right, so that's our first 5 pigeons. Don't worry about me pointing a gun. Just gonna shoot this diseased flying pigeon. They say must die, so Okay, collecting all the pigeons part of your 100%. There's a lot of crap in the game you got to do to get your key to the city, and collecting all the pigeons is one of them, along with the unique jumps and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. But the pigeons are their own thing. Uh, Off the top of my head, I want to say I believe there are 73 in the Bohan broker area, but I'll only be able to get 71 because two I cannot get till later in the game. One is on the top of the tower at the airport. Several ways of doing that. You can use a helicopter to get up there, or do what I did and just snipe it from the ground. But almost either way is going to get you a 4-star wanted level. But we'll get into that in the next video. Okay, so on the east side of the island here, just find your way off to the side and drive your bike down there. Okay, so there's two pigeons that can't really get from land. So on the north side of Broker, right in front of me is Bohan. These docks are over here, and for some reason, the boat that I'm about to jump into, it wasn't here during the daytime. I don't know. So I came up here at night, and this one fishing boat seems to be there. So if you're at a point in the game where the islands are already unlocked, you're not going to have the trouble that I had. But the bridge leading out to Bohan, you get a good shot at the map here in a second. I'd say it's the 4th or 5th pillar in is a pigeon. Now you can't get there by swimming. I tried, believe me. Okay, now the next one is on a rock on the other side of Bohan, and the thing is that Algonquin is not opened up yet. So I tried to stay tight to the side. You can see where my marker is. I'm right thing, but for some reason it just the wanted level pops up. So we got 6 stars popping right here, and I'm going to do a drive-by shooting to get this pigeon, but it won't be long before the cops take me out. Alright, so at the top of that rock is where that pigeon is, and that takes care of that. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of video issue here. So sometimes the recording apparatus will wig out or whatever, and I'm not really noticing it. And that kind of happened with the video that's coming up. But after we get this pigeon here, you're going to see me cut in with another profile just to show you the location of those pigeons, just so everything stays on record here. Okay, so in this little zigzag alley on top of a fence post is our next pigeon. Okay, so this is where the video kind of screwed up, and I'm not going to shoot the pigeons, I'm just going to show you the location. Alright, so this would be the next one. The little squared area in there, that's the pigeon right there. Okay, there's a good look at the map. Okay, so that would be 187 left. Okay, not going to shoot him. Okay, so a couple blocks south from here is the next 2 pigeons. They're one of these where they're kind of close together. You got one on a lower ledge, and then on the upper ledge is the other one. So that's going to be our 86 and 85 pigeons. Right there. And right there. Okay, zoom in the map. Okay, so that'd be your next 2 pigeons on your hit list right there. Okay, and then I'm going to get back to the other video. Okay, basically just east and a block up, I think, are the next two, and they're both right here on the top corner of this building. All right. So on the south part of Bohan, down in the construction area, just take the broken roadway or whatever to find your way down there. And one of these concrete piping right here is our next pigeon. Go ahead and lose the wanted level. Okay, this one, they say to use a sniper rifle, but it's on the ledge of the roof here. You can barely get a bead on it with your pistol. Okay, the sniper rifle doesn't come available till after the missions take you up into Bohan and Liz Torres, where you're supposed to protect Packy. Okay, so right to the west of where we were for that last pigeon is the docks. You got this abandoned ship out here, and in the window of that is our next pigeon. Okay, throughout collecting whatever it is that you're doing, it's always a good idea to save the game as much as possible. You get wasted, the game locks up or whatever. It's just a good idea to save a lot and save often. Alright, so now we're down in Broker at the north part, in this little one. I don't know if it's a park or cemetery or something like that. I guess it's a cemetery. On the roof is our next pigeon here. Okay, over in the playground on the north end of the island here. It's real close to the docks. On top of the swing set or whatever this is here. Just saying, a lot of the times you'll get a wanted level. So that's why I got the bike. It's easy to zigzag around and lose the wanted level. Okay, the handling of the vehicles in this game, I don't know. It's a story. that I probably don't really want to get into while I'm collecting the pigeons, but I don't know. It's just sometimes, I mean, I'm using the bike, but it's got its times where you're like, this damn bike. All right, so okay, so close to where we were, there's a broken part of the wall. Our next two pigeons are there, one up on the fence, one on the ground. This would just be east of that playground area where we were. Okay, so just off the road on the top of these rocks is our next pigeon. Okay, just east of where we were is the ramp for the unique jump, and underneath that is one of the pigeons. Okay, like I said, this is the beginning part of the game. Have not done a whole lot of the missions. So I went around a couple key places to where the pistol pickups are. Down at the amusement area is like a go-kart track. There's a pistol down there, and a few other places. And I went ahead and made a video under the collectible playlist, armor and weapon pickup. So if you're looking to get a pistol and need some ammo, by all means do that, because I think I only got like $500, so I'm not going to go to the ammo store to buy it. And I haven't done really anything, so Jacob isn't even a friend yet, so I can't call him. Okay, so this one is in a walkway that goes like under this roadway here, so just go up the street a little bit and get on the walk path, and then you'll get to the little tunnel here, and that is where this pigeon's at. And then from here we're just going to go up a little bit to the park where the pool is, right up there, to get our next pigeon. Yeah, there's a crazy Russian with a pistol shooting. Yep, that's me. Okay, so right in the pool area, right at the top of the diving board, you poor little diseased pigeon, they say you must die, so. And another wanted level, and then you do what you gotta do to lose the wanted level and get to the next pigeon. Okay, and this alley will be our next one. I knew when I started off playing Grand Theft 4, I was going to want the bike. I knew I was going to be doing the jumps. There are a few jumps that I switched to do in a car because there was a good chance of getting thrown off into the water or whatever the situation is. So I use the car for some of those. But just collecting the pigeons, it was just easy to get around town with the bike. And like I said, 50% of them is going to create a 1-star Wanda level. And then you need to get the hell out of Dodge. Not saying you can't do it with a car, by all means you definitely can, but I just like using the bike, although the bike does have its quirks, if you want to call it that. I don't know, just sometimes the bike feels like your ball tires on ice or something. I don't get it. I don't know how Rockstar perceived the way the vehicle's handled in this game, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, up here on the train platform and the little roof girders, if you want to call it that, is our next pigeon. Okay, the top part of this building right up here is our next pigeon, and if you were in the point where you had helicopters, you can land up there with a helicopter or something, but they say you could take this thing out with a Molotov cocktail, and that's what I did. Again, if you want to know where to get the Molotov cocktails, in the video, armor and weapon pickups is location of the Molotov cocktail if you need them, or if you're at the point of the game where you can just buy them, then you can do that as well. But if you're probably at that point, you could probably get a helicopter up there. So anyway, that was that pigeon, and up in this I'm not exactly sure what this area is, but couple of big silo tower things up here. I'm not sure what this place is, but anyway, that was our next pigeon. Okay, right in the center of that globe, right at the base, are grenade pickups. You might want to run up there and pick up some grenades if you like. That's of course if you don't want to give up your Molotov cocktails, then by all means don't then. Okay, so off into the wood area just a little bit is this concrete something is our next pigeon. Diseased flying rat pigeon. Poor bird just sitting there not bothering anybody. Okay, so off on top of the doorway is our next pigeon. I think I forget to zoom in and out of the map, but you saw me mark it. You can see on the mini map in between the two streets where it's at. And that's our number 40th pigeon. And we're going to go ahead and break the video here and get back to the next set of pigeons here.